So here's a quick demo of how the Google review system works. And I've been working with this system for years now, and I have them installed in different places like with optometrists, dentists, and roofers. I mean, all kinds of businesses. And the thing is that it works well. It's a simple system in the way it looks. There are other systems which are very fancy as far as the interface and everything, but they don't work as much as this particular one. And I have tried them, so many of them. Some of them are incredibly expensive, but not this particular one. This is very affordable for most businesses. So I want to tell you about it and see how it works. Now, the Google Review System consists of us providing or creating a link, special link for you. And so in that particular link, what we do is just we just send the request by typing the client's name. In this case, I'm assuming that I am the client and I'm somebody else like the office manager filling up this request. And so I can type the email, the phone number, either one of the two, but definitely has to be one or the other. We would prefer the cell phone just because the cell phone gets open as far as the text message is concerned. An email, sometimes people take a long time, even weeks before they open up the email. But still, if we can provide or input both fields, fill out both fields, then that would be the ideal scenario, but at least one of them. Now in here you would see that this is an optional field where you would put the person's name, the staff name, meaning the person that took care of your client, and it could be well, I'm going to just go ahead and put here the staff name. And so the reason for that will come out later, and you'll see why. But it's optional. You might or might not want to put it in there. It's not like mandatory type of thing. And then on the selection, you would see that most people would use the send now and then just send this, click on this green button. But if for some reason you want to wait 1 hour, 2 hours or more before the client or customer gets the notification on his or her email and or phone number, then you can use any of these fields. I don't advise to delay the process like too long for days or so, because most of the times the person will forget about what exactly is the message is about, and they're not going to be willing to provide that review. So the fresher, the better, the quicker, the better too. And so you would send the request now. Now this is how it looks on the desktop. I'm going to show you how it would look on your cell phone if you are generating those review requests on your cell phone. Let me show you right now. And here's another example for another customer. And so you can see that what I do is I just take your logo and put it over here. And then I just do some phrasing or wording here, which can be changed to whatever you want to. Usually this is the normal standard text, but if you, for some reason, you want to change that, that's okay. And so you would do exactly the same as I did with the desktop. You just fill out the name, email, phone number, and everything else. And then you would just send the request. Now the person would receive that, and it would see that they have options like a drop-down menu about just to answer how satisfied are you with our service, and the person just selects how satisfied. Just usually a 2 or 3 option selection type of thing. Same thing with this, and this is, I think, the most important one of the 3. And that's what can we do to improve the service. That's an important one. If you let the system work for about 2 or 3 months, I'm sure you can gather tons of information straight from the client, and it would sometimes open up the owner's eyes a lot, or the office manager's eyes a lot, because there are things that are out of control or they are not seeing on a day-to-day basis. And so the client or patient, whoever happens to be your type of customer, they would input information here which needs correction, or maybe it's a great validation about your services and you want to know about what's being done as far as good things, positive things that you want to strengthen. Maybe it's a staff service, a superb staff service that it keeps on constantly being mentioned in this section. perfect. That's also something that you would get a report on a daily basis, and I'll show you in a little bit. So yeah, that's when they go, and basically what they just go ahead and do the last step in here, and click on the green button, and then oh, by the way, on the green button, just down below the green button, they'll see different 5-star and 4-star reviews. The low stars are not shown. We are specifically coding that so the person doesn't see 1, 2, or 3-star reviews if there are any. Just because we want to have a social proof type of environment, and they want to scroll down and read the rest of the reviews to see what others are saying about your service too. So that reading that or going through this, reviews that they have the opportunity to check, compels them to write a review too. It's just, again, it's a social proof type of thing, and so it's that generates more reviews. As one of the tricks, by the way. Also, is this section here saying last steps, where we're telling them exactly what's happening as far as what's coming up next. Now, suppose that the person, in this case, this is me as your customer, is not satisfied, is not sure about referring you to their friends, and then is not happy, and then is telling you why not, and it's giving you 3-star reviews. What is happening at that time? And the person clicks down below, there's this green button, clicks that to send it to you. Then this is the next screen. Your logo will be shown here, and it will say, thanks for your feedback. Sorry, we did not expect, we don't meet your 5-star expectation. We promise to make it right next time, and the company manager may reach out to you about this experience. And so when that happens, any 1, 2, or 3-star reviews are sent straight into the office manager, straight into you as the business owner, and or both if that's what you want. And so that's basically the end of the process. There's nowadays we're putting a little link here that would take the person to Google, because we need to be compliant. Google is enforcing a lot of that, so we want to be according to rule compliance with Google. And so there's a very tiny link, and with that is enough for us to be compliant. But most of the people, they just bend themselves, send it out, see this information, and then click away and from the review system, and that will be the end of it. If the person has left 4 or star reviews, then the person is taken into this part, where at this moment, we have recodified things, where once the person clicks on the 5-star reviews, which I'm going to show you back here, right here, once the person clicks on that, and the person can be taken straight into Google automatically to this point, which is the last part, where they just select, like I'm doing here, 5 stars, and they just type any type of a text that they want to review you and tell great things about yourself, and then to post it on Google itself. Now, also, as they receive a text notification, if you haven't included the email, they're going to receive an email notification from you. And so they just open that email, and this is what they see, and this is what they need to do. Just click in here. So they click, and then that's a reminder for them through the email system to leave a notification. If they've done it through the text messaging, obviously they're just going to delete that, and that's the end of the process. Now, if the person has not responded to any of the reviews, either text or email, then a second notification is sent next day, and it says a little bit different wording in here, but at the end, here's the clickable link where they're supposed to go ahead and leave the review. And while that is happening, then you receive a notification, or your office manager, or both again, where the person has left the feedback for you to see, and this is done on a daily basis if you want so. And also on a daily basis, let me just move this a little bit here. This is from an optometrist, so I'm just using these different examples so you know that I work with different companies, different businesses, and it works all the same. So on a daily basis, assume that this is your portal activity and has your name in it. You can see the type of send out requests, Google review requests, that the person at the front desk or your office manager or anyone that is helping you is sending out, so you can see that's happening, and you can also see the type of feedback requests that they are leaving in that. In this case, they have sent 6 feedback requests that particular day. So that's how it works, and that's how it's controlled, and that's how the reviews are having a pretty good success with us for years now. I hope this is very clear to you, but if not, sometimes you have a couple of questions, that no problem. Just reach out to me before you take your decision. No problem. I just want to help you and help your business get more reviews, because the more reviews, the more social proof, the more compelled they are, as I said before, into involving themselves into your business, has customers, has patients, and the more sales you can make potentially by them becoming new patients or new customers, new clients, and so forth. So that's the name of the business, in this case, of the Google reviews. So take advantage of that, and I hope to talk to you very soon. Okay, well, thank you much. Talk to you later.